Ladies and gentlemen, I know it's been a while. I know you haven't heard from your boy in a while, but just to let y'all know, we are back, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to the Out of Bounds podcast with your host, Jabril McKeithen. We're here. We're live. Missed you guys. Sixers fans, I missed y'all. NBA fans in general, I missed y'all. The Hoopers, I know y'all miss me, man. I know you want to see me on the course, but y'all see me on the podcast. You know what's going on, baby. But let's get back into it just to welcome everybody back. As you guys already know, big Sixers fan. I know I'm wearing the Cincinnati Reds hat. That don't mean nothing. I just wear it because it's a fitted. It look nice. That's all. You see the patch on there. It look a little nice. You know, I'm a fitted man. Shout out to my New Yorkers out there. But let's get into everything. As you know, we're talking NBA basketball, Sixers in general. I am also a Philadelphia Eagles fan, so for all my Philadelphia fans, you know how it is waking up on a Sunday to watch the Eagles, not knowing what's going to happen. Then having to deal with the Sixers every day, not knowing what's going to happen. This is a depressing time in our lives right now. But when we get a win, we got to celebrate it. We got to celebrate it. But going into the NBA, we're looking at the Western Conference at first. Just looking at the standings and everything, just going in, looking around the NBA at first, just seeing what's going on, how the teams are looking, how the players are looking, the stats, all that good stuff. First off, in the Western Conference, we're looking at the standings. At number one, we got the Golden State Warriors at 19-3. Steph Curry is looking like a beast. Jordan Poole has stepped up big time in the absence of Klay and James Wiseman. And everyone on that team is playing good. Just watching the game tonight, that team really is – that's a threat, y'all. That's a threat. They don't even have Klay yet, but once they do, I'm sure they're going to be even better because he brings defense to them. Once they get James Wiseman back, that's a big man that can block shots, rebound the ball for them, and make life easier for Steph Curry and all them. But either way, they look good. They're 19-3. We'll see how their final record is once the end of the season or halfway through the season when the All-Star break comes. But after that, we got the Phoenix Suns at 2. Team that went to the finals last year. Everybody was sleeping on them. They weren't sure how they were going to end up playing this year, but they still look good. Devin Booker is injured, but he's going to come back. He looked good against the Warriors. I think it was 2 games ago, so probably like earlier this week. That was a good game if you guys didn't see that one. At third, we got the Utah Jazz. A little sleeper team. They aren't too big. Usually they're the first seed, the 1 seed. But right now they're in third with after the Phoenix Suns and the Golden State Warriors. We got Ja Morant and the Grizzlies at 4th at a 12-10 record. Ja Morant is looking good. I don't know if he got injured. I think he's back. I know he did suffer a little bit of an injury. I don't know if he's back now or if he's coming back soon. I think it was an ankle injury or something like that. But they just dropped, if you guys didn't see, the largest margin in NBA history with like 73 points on the OKC Thunder. The OKC Thunder are let's just put it lightly, they're trash. They're not good this year. They're tanking. They're going through what we had to go through the Sixers. Trust the process for them. But Shai Gilgeous-Alexander is looking like a bucket. Luguentz Dort is looking like a good player as well. Nice little role player. We'll see how they fare in the future and all that. At 5, we got the Dallas Mavericks, Luka Doncic and KP, keeping their team afloat out of that play-in game. So we'll see what happens, how far they get into the playoffs this year. Nothing too crazy. Nothing crazy about Luka this year. But they're still looking good. They're still in the playoff mix. At 6, we got the LA Clippers we got 6 at LA Clippers without Kawhi Leonard. As you guys know, he tore his ACL in the playoffs against the Jazz last year. Once they come back, we'll see what happens with them. I've heard that he's undisputed. I've heard that apparently he's probably not going to play this year. Even if they do make it far into the playoffs, I've heard he's not going to play this year. They're just going to rest him out just to make sure his recovery is all good and all that good jazz. Now going to playing games, as you guys know, the NBA introduced the playoff game or play-in games or the play-in tournament 2 seasons ago in the bubble season. 2 seasons ago. In the bubble season, they started that. At the 7th seed, we have the Los Angeles Lakers, who are on a little bit of an up and down. We're currently 12-12, just sitting at 500. Russell Westbrook has looked like a problem, but these last couple of games, he has stepped it up. He does look good, being a lot more efficient. The turnovers are going down as well. So they look like a good team as of right now. We'll see if they can pick it up. LeBron James just came back from the COVID pandemic, from COVID-19 testing positive, and he tested. Apparently, they tested him like 8 times, and the virus isn't in him anymore. It was a fake positive, so he's back. I think he dropped like 26 this game. Came back with a vengeance. You know how the King is going to be. You take him out for a little bit, he feels unrightly judged by the NBA. He came back with a vengeance against the team he plays. We know he always does that. At the AFC, we got Portland Trail Blazers. Damian Lillard, please come to the Sixers. We will trade you Ben Simmons. I'll give you my jersey off my back. I don't have it on me, but I'll give you some if you come to the Sixers. We love you, brother. You seen it at the game that we played. We showing you brotherly love. We need you. We need a shooter. We need a point guard. Tyrese Maxey's looking good, but it would be better to have a scorer such as Damian Lillard. They're the 8th seed. Minnesota, the 9th seed. And then the Denver Nuggets are the 10th seed. The fake MVP is on that team, if you guys don't know. As you guys know, I believe Joel Embiid should have won the MVP last year, but it's whatever. I don't vote, so I don't have a say in any of this. But moving on to the Eastern Conference. At the 1 seed, we got the Brooklyn Nets, 16-6. Obviously, Kevin Durant, James Harden, both buckets. James Harden said some BS the other day talking about how he doesn't know how to score the basketball. He doesn't know how to play the game of basketball right now. He's been in the league for, I think, almost 10 years. I think that's BS. I don't think that's fair to say, but whatever. We'll give him the pass. Chicago Bulls, the 2nd seed, looking good, 15-8. DeMar DeRozan, Shaq Levine, Lonzo Ball, Alex Caruso, Nikola Vucevic, they are looking great. I didn't think they'd be this good, especially with DeMar DeRozan. I did think he was washed, I'll admit it, but he's looking like a good bucket. I know I just seen some posts on Instagram today from some of my people saying I guess he has the most fourth quarter points, so he's a good bucket for them down the clutch. Miami at number 3 with the addition of Kyle Lowry, they're looking good. I know Bam Adebayo just got injured. He's going to miss like 4 to 6 weeks, I think. But if Jimmy Butler stays healthy, Kyle Lowry, other pieces around him, Tyler Hero coming off the bench looking good. Duncan Robinson looking good, even though he did just do some cardio the last game, dropping 0 points, 0 rebounds, 0 assists, 0 steals, and 0 blocks, doing a whole bunch of cardio. But I'm sure he'll fix that out. Washington Wizards at 14-9. I didn't think they would be the 4th seed. I know at one point they were the 1 seed. I didn't expect them to be this good, especially getting rid of Russell Westbrook. But if you have Bradley Beal, anything's possible. And Montrezl Harrell, Kyle Kuzma are also looking good on that team as well, along with Spencer Dinwiddie, who did come off a torn ACL, but he still looks good nonetheless. At the 5th seed, we got the Milwaukee Bucks. Giannis Antetokounmpo, you know what he's going to do. 6th seed, Cleveland Cavaliers, they stepped it up. Evan Mobley is a real candidate for Rookie of the Year. He looks nice. Great defensive presence. They also have Jared Allen too, so I don't know what's going to happen with that down the line. I don't know if they're just going to be a big team, keep their big men on there. But nonetheless, they still look good. Darius Garland looks nice. Yeah. Moving on to the play-in tournament for the Eastern Conference, we got the Charlotte Hornets at the 7th seed. We got the Sixers, us at the 8th seed, unfortunately. Hopefully we pick it up. Probably end up trading Ben Simmons sooner down the road, but we'll see about that. We'll see how that goes. We got Boston at the 9th seed and the Atlanta Hawks at the 10th seed. As you guys know, we did just beat them. Had to get our lick back. They haven't beaten us once this year, so it's a great feeling. The New York Knicks, just another team. They're also out of the play-in tournament, but they're 11-11. It's only the beginning of the season. I know they just benched Kemba Walker, so we'll see what happens with that situation. They're talking about trading him, but we'll see what happens with that. Looking into player statistics, the leading scorers of the NBA, we got Kevin Durant averaging 28.6 points per game. The Slim Reaper is looking like the Slim Reaper. He's a straight bucket. 7-foot monster. You know what happens when you're going up against him. You're getting crossed up, or he's just going to shoot it over your head top. Chef Curry is back, ladies and gentlemen, after the injury on his wrist, I believe it was. He had a wrist injury last year, and he's just a bucket. He's looking great on his team. The team around him is looking good. Everyone seems to be feeding off the energy from Steph Curry. Having a great leader like that is making them play really well. Giannis Antetokounmpo, we know what he is, 27 points per game. How many rebounds? 11.8 with 6 assists. We know who he is. That's a bucket, walking bucket. Trae Young, 26.3 points per game, and DeMar DeRozan are both tied at the 4th spot of the leading scorers. Then you got Paul George, Nikola Jokic, Luka Doncic, Zach LaVine, and Jason Tatum on the top 10, with AD at the 11th spot with 24.3 points per game. But everybody, what can I say? I know the league was a little high in scoring last year, especially with Joel Embiid, Damian Lillard. It's definitely toned down a little bit. Yeah, I would have to say it's because of the foul calls. I know they did limit them, especially like the jumping into people. That's different. They're not doing all that no more. Thank the good Lord that they did that, because that was a whole bunch of BS. Trae Young was doing it all game last year in the playoffs, getting away with it, getting to the line at least like 4 or 5 times off of some BS. But Kevin Durant, top 1. Number 1, Steph Curry, 2nd. Giannis Antetokounmpo, 3rd. Trae Young, the 4th. And then DeMar DeRozan looking like a straight bucket. Now, ladies and gentlemen, the moment we've all been waiting for. I know you guys are tired of talking about the NBA. Let's talk about the Sixers, man. Philadelphia 76ers, if you didn't know, we just beat the Atlanta Hawks 98-96. We're here. We're back. Atlanta, we not feeling you no more, man. I know we love at ATL. I know we love the lemon pepper wing. Shout out lemon pepper stepper Lou Williams. He had some buckets today. I admit it. But getting back into the Sixers, As you know, point guard Ben Simmons is not playing with us. I could care less. I could give a damn, honestly. That's not my point guard. We could trade him. I've been hearing, one of my friends told me Shai Gilgeous-Alexander is an option. I would be fine with that. That's a playmaker, plays a little defense, 6'5", guard, gets a bucket, is a nice bucket. As you know, they beat the Lakers twice, so that's some credibility to your resume, in all honesty, if you beat LeBron James and the Lakers. But I'd be fine with that. I know they were talking about Jeremy Grant at one point. I don't know if that was true or not. There's always a rumor about Kyrie Irving. He's sitting out for the Nets right now. Prayers to that brother. I don't know what's going on, but he's not vaccinated. It's looking like he's not going to get vaccinated. And Brooklyn Nets have decided to shut him down for the season. So if you guys want to trade Kyrie Irving for Ben Simmons, I take him. I don't care what he's doing off the court. He could be unvaccinated. He have a fake vaccination card. I give him the fake vaccination card, man. He can come play with the Sixers, baby. I'm telling you. But moving on. Looking at the player stats, Tyrese Maxey has stepped up in the absence of Ben Simmons, taking a large step from last year. I believe he's averaging around 8 points per game last season. Now he's averaging a career high 17.5 in the starting point guard role. Looking very nice. Turnovers are low as well. I believe he's averaging like 1.7, it said it. And 17.5 points per game. What more could we ask for from a second-year player? Playing great. Averaging almost 5 assists a game. He's not really a facilitator. That's kind of what the Sixers do need. Just watching the game against Boston, you can see it was an issue. Doc Rivers, the commentators were saying it on the sideline. Doc Rivers would be getting mad at him because he couldn't pass the ball into the post for players like Tobias Harris, Joel Embiid. So to be able to get a facilitator such as like a Rondo, or who else is like a good facilitator, I guess. Just a facilitator, a playmaker, really. But he's a scorer, so he's looking good. Either way, I can't really complain. He's helping us win games. We got Joel Embiid averaging 22 points per game with 10.9 rebounds. Isn't the MVP season that he had last year, but nonetheless is our closer. The real MVP, in my opinion. The real star of our team, especially without Ben Simmons gone. He's just the one who's had to step up. I know he did have a battle with COVID, but he came back and dropped 42 on the Timberwolves, so he's still looking fine. He's still looking good. Tobias Harris, I don't know what's going to happen with Tobias Harris, but it's looking like it might be, I don't know how much longer he has in Philadelphia. Just because the decision-making is a little suspect. The plays he makes is a little suspect. Just looking at the Boston Celtics game, one thing that really pissed me off was Doc Rivers at the end of the game. I know everybody's seen, all the Sixers fans know about all of it. Watching the ending of the fourth quarter with like 2-3 minutes left, even with 8 minutes left. Why do you have Matisse Thybulle in the game still? I love Matisse. Don't get me wrong. I love Matisse. But in some situations, the defense does not offset the offense, y'all. I'm telling y'all. Y'all see it for yourself. He takes a couple of threes a game, but if you're only going to hit one and you're not really getting a bunch of steals, what good are you in the fourth quarter? I'm not saying he's a Ben Simmons type player where you just can't play him, because he's not getting fouled. He's probably not going to get the ball a lot. But if he's not producing on offense and he's not really doing much on defense, what use really is he in the fourth quarter? I would have honestly personally had Danny Green in there instead of him. Furkan, I probably would have. Those are my top two options. I believe Shake Milton was in that game. But if you're going to have Matisse Thybulle in, at least do it at the beginning of the quarter, not the end. Doc Rivers, just make it smarter decision than that. But that's my only issue with Matisse. Otherwise than that, he's playing the role that we know he is. Great defender. Gives us 6.3 points per game. Really isn't much, but he's a role player. He's not a big player on our team. So what else can I expect from him? Averaging 2.1 steals per game and 1.5 blocks per game. So, like I say, he's producing on defense. Andre Drummond, great backup player. I like Dwight Howard last year, but I feel like Andre Drummond is just something different. We see it against the Minnesota Timberwolves game, getting a putback. Off a missed free throw from Tyrese Maxey, getting into on the Minnesota Timberwolves, and to help us get into OT. So it's already looking like the contract, he's on a minimum contract. It's already paying off. It's already looking great. Shake Milton, straight bucket, 12 points per game. You know what he does, shake and bake, you know what I'm saying? He's that. Steph Curry's looking great as well. But what else can we expect? We got the real Curry brother, I like to say that. I be joking, but we do got the real Curry brother. He be hooping, doing his thing. And Georges Niang, big piece, another picker that we just added to the team, 11.3 points per game. Great. Better than Mike Scott. Love you, Mike Scott. But Georges Niang is definitely an upgrade, definitely a great piece, especially for Joel Embiid if he's getting double teamed, and they will just pass it out to another open shooter. And we still have Danny Green on our team, 7.7 points per game. 7.7 points per game. Yeah, I don't know why I felt like I messed that up, but you know what I meant. 9.2 points per game from Furkan Korkmaz, all shooters. Looking good. We'll see how far we get to the playoffs, but you know, it's a little shaky right now. But I'm sure we're gonna pick it up. As I said, we won against the Hawks this game, 98-96. Had to get the win. I saw Joel Embiid jumping with joy. I would have been jumping with joy too. I probably would have thrown some stuff in the crowd. Probably would have fought a couple fans after, something like that. Just had to get the lick back. Next game we play is at Charlotte against the Hornets. Young and up-and-coming team in LaMelo Ball, Miles Bridges. They're looking great. Gordon Hayward, nice little piece in there. Terry Rozier. I'm not going to say it's an easy win, but I like our chances. I do like our chances in this game. We played them in a back-to-back. So we played them on Monday. Then Wednesday we play them again. Then we go over to back home to play against Utah. And after that, Golden State Warriors, man. I wanted to go to that game, but them tickets is too high, bro. If y'all want to, we got donations, man. If you want to see me at the Golden State Warriors game, come on, brother. Let's help a brother out, man. You know, I just dropped the content. You just help a brother out, come see the game. But that's going to be a good one. We'll see what Steph Curry does against our defense. But I'm not too worried. I'm not too worried about no Steph Curry, man. I like our chances there, too. Because who's going to guard Joel Embiid? Absolutely nobody. But let's get into it. Let's get into the Sixers and Hawks game a little bit. Some things I wanted to take away, some things I liked, some things I didn't like. I feel like the Sixers' issue this year is the first half struggles. I feel like our team just really starts off slow, especially with Joel Embiid. Sometimes he doesn't become a post player. I feel like that's the main issue. Like that's not really. He takes a whole bunch of fadeaways, jump shots, and you see it in this game. Like when he's aggressive into the paint, that's where he can dominate. That's where he's getting to the free throw line a lot, getting his points in the paint. Nobody can guard him. He's getting double teams and all that if he's aggressive in the paint. If he's just going to take a whole bunch of fadeaways, I feel like that hurts us because sometimes he doesn't really make them. Like in this game, he went 10 for 23. Honestly, I'd just rather him be in the paint. I don't like all the jump shots. Yeah, you can hit a couple here and there, but you're 7 foot, like 250 or something, man. Like, just get into the paint. It's mad babies in the paint, boy. You like Shaq in the post. But he finished with 28 and 12, finished the game out for us, hitting 2 clutch back-to-back buckets to put us up 98-96 over the Hawks, and played great defense at the end. Helping against Trae Young, forcing the Hawks to force a turnover, playing the final defense on the final game. On the shot, I can't talk. On the ending shot against Danilo Gallinari, played great defense there to actually seal the win. So he was everywhere tonight, honestly. 12 rebounds, what more can you ask for? Had 2 blocks, 4 assists. Great player, star player. 7 to 8 from the free throw line. Like I said, just get into the paint, man. The free throw line gonna come for you, and you just gotta keep hitting those shots instead of just taking all these jumpers. But Steph Curry finished with 18. Like I said, straight bucket, real Curry, brother. Thank the good Lord that Steph Curry was on the Sixers, man. I don't know why the Mavericks gave him up, but they stupid. They took Josh Richardson. I can't complain. Life's been better without Josh Richardson. I'm just be honest, but I like Steph Curry. 18 points, had 5 assists and a steal. Playing great. Only 1 turnover. 50% from the field, 50% from 3. So we know what to expect from a Curry brother. He's looking great. Tyrese Maxey with 11. Georges Niang with 13, starting in the place of Tobias Harris, who does have an illness. I'm not sure when he's going to be playing again, but he is sick and was out for this game. So we'll see what his status is for the next couple games against Charlotte. But he should be good. I think he'll be good. Andre Drummond, 7 rebounds. 7 rebounds, 4 points. What more can you ask for? Had 2 steals. He's really a glass cleaner. Like all my 2K players, that's a glass cleaner. That's a glass cleaner lockdown. He was a minus 13 on the floor, but 7 rebounds. What more are you going to ask for him? Matisse Thybulle. This is what I'm talking about. The 0 points, 1 assist, and 4 rebounds. 5 personal fouls. But I guess he did play his defense. It didn't show up on the stats. This game, but he was playing his defense. I just wish he would produce more, even in the Olympic Games, just watching him play for Australia. The stroke is looking nice. I don't know if it's because of the FIBA basketball, but the stroke was looking nice back then. Pause. But it was looking good on Australia. So we'll see if he gets that touch again. Hopefully he does. I'm sure he'll be fine. I believe it's his 3rd year, so he'll be fine. Shake Milton coming off the bench with 5. Furkan Korkmaz with 9. The bench is looking way better than it was last year. The bench was kind of our problem, was a little bit of our weakness, I feel like. But this year we look good. The bench looks solid, looks formidable, looks like we have a nice little rotation going on. Trae Young finished with 25, a game high. Danilo Gallinari came off the bench and was scorching us at one point. I couldn't see the brother miss. He was making highlight plays. I'm sure he was trying to be on House of Highlights, y'all. He saw the love Mamel was getting. He said, I need to get some of that. I was making highlight plays left and right, hitting shots, making nice dimes. Finished with 18 points and 8 boards and 3 assists. Lou Williams came off the bench. Like I said, shout out to him. Lemon Pepper Stepper Lou. He looked nice with 11. Came off the bench, hit big shots. 3 of 3 from the 3 free throw line. 2 of 4 from the 3. Just a bucket, walking bucket. But he's talking about retiring this year. So what? We'll see what happens with him. John Collins, I know you guys seen it if you watched the game. Had a monster dunk on Georges Niang. I got up on my seat. No, I didn't even get up on my seat. I'm lying to you. I was sitting there sick as hell, biting my lip, bro. I was mad sick, bro. But it was a nice poster. I gotta give it to him. When I see a poster, I gotta get hyped. But he looked good. Finished with 18, stepping up. He played well. Got that contract this year. I know he was asking for it. People were a little unsure if he was gonna get it, but he got the bag. They had to back the Brinks chuck up for him, and he finally got it. And he's playing well right now. Clint Capella has 6 and 11. Joel Embiid absolutely locked him up. Finished 2 for 8. Really didn't do nothing against us. Timothy Luwawu-Cabarrot. He was on his former Sixer at one point. Shout out to that brother. But he did some cardio today too. Had 0 points, 0 assists, 0 steals, 3 boards, 0 points. You know, I guess you gotta get that cardio in on some days. You know what I mean? But Cameron Herter, one of the people that killed us in the playoffs last year, only finished with 12. What more can you ask from him? 4 of 9 shooting, but we won this game. Like, I feel like there's more to come. There's much more to come from this. Hopefully this starts a momentum of wins. Starts a nice little momentum for us, and we start getting on a winning streak because we are a little up and down. Really not too sure what's going to end up happening with the Sixers. We have a 12 and 11 record. Honestly, when Joel Embiid went down, I will blame it on that. That's why the record is so bad. I could also make a couple cases for a couple games where we should have won, such as could have won against Denver, could have won against the Nets, could have won against Boston. And it's just a whole bunch of stupid, like so much little things that could have been changed, such as the coaching from Doc Rivers, gameplay from Danny Green, better judgment from Tobias Harris and other players, such and such. It's just like we could be so much better. There's so much more potential on this team than what's shown in our record. Plus, once we trade Ben Simmons, hopefully, I mean, not even hopefully, we will trade Ben Simmons. I don't know what he's doing. Apparently, he shows up at the Wells Fargo Center and then teases everybody and then just leaves and doesn't show up. I don't know what's going on. I'm really not too sure where he's at, what he's doing, but hopefully he needs to stay away from the team. That's how I feel. Stay away from the team. Don't think about coming back onto the floor because that's just going to mess up the teammate chemistry. That's going to mess everything up. So hopefully we end up trading him for some role players or a nice little starting point guard. Put Tyrese Maxey back on the bench. Our bench will be even better, and we'll go from there. But like I said, we played the Hornets. I'm hyped for that game. LaMelo Ball's been balling. He dropped 36 on Giannis not last night. Actually, I believe it was last night. Dropped 36, a career high. He's looking like a bucket. LeVar Ball was right. You know, I wish I had a I told you so hat. The hat is fire, like, because he did tell everybody. I'm telling you, told me. But LaMelo will play them. I'm sure Joel Embiid will eat because I don't believe they have a big man, Mason Plumlee or Miles. I think it's Mason. That's not going to stop Joel Embiid. We'll see how he plays. And yeah. But I'm hyped for the game. I'm hyped for the season. I'm hyped to be back for the Out of Bounds podcast. I'm hyped that you guys are tuning in. I hope you guys like what you're seeing. If you have any questions, comments, want to debate with me, talk about your team, feel free to put it in the comment section. Leave a like if you like what you heard. Subscribe. You know, it's always free to subscribe. You're just going to have to click that button, though. But thank you guys for tuning in. Just to let y'all know, we are back. We're going to be posting as much as we can for you guys. Making the season great. We revamping things. Stuff going to look different. Everything looking great. I hope you guys enjoy the rest of y'all night. Like I said, subscribe, like, comment, do what you got to do. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoy y'all night, man. Shout out to Sixers, man. Have a good one, y'all.